Well, what's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, here to bring you another leaked Comic-Con trailer review, and this time I'll be giving you my thoughts on the still kind of leaked, unofficially released trailer for X-Men Apocalypse. Now, I just got done watching the leaked copy about 5 or 6 times, and I gotta say that coming off of Days of Futures Past, which was undoubtedly the best film that I saw last year, and I would even say it's probably my favorite X-Men film out of the series. I'm a little bit mixed about this movie after having seen this trailer, because there are definitely some things about it that I think are interesting that they've changed. However, it seems to be going in a very, very odd direction that I don't really feel too comfortable with. And especially with how the last movie ended, it may have already drained some of the suspense away. Now, the trailer starts off with us seeing some visions, and it's coming from Jean Grey, and she's talking to the Professor saying she's seen the end of the world, and then as the trailer goes on, there's some dialogue, and it's obviously being spoken from Apocalypse, and he's talking about how, all mutants are my children, and, I have come back because you have blind leaders, and, we're going to destroy the world, and then from its ashes, a new order will come up, and, I will lead you. And you see plenty of shots. You get to see Nightcrawler. You get to see Psylocke, which looks awesome. You see Magneto, who, from what I've read in a couple of forums, apparently he's decided to kind of take a step back and live somewhat of a normal life. And Charles goes to the CIA and he talks to the one agent from First Class, and she's explaining how mutants are a little bit more accepted now that we've seen that they kind of saved the present, Days of Futures Past. And apparently there are all these cults, popping up everywhere, and they're worshiping this one mutant. And apparently Apocalypse seems to be recruiting for something. I mean, maybe it's his whole doomsday plot, but see what I did there. And it looks like the 4 horsemen that he's recruited, from what I can see, because I think there's official list. Apparently he's recruited Storm, Psylocke, Magneto, and Angel, which I don't think we saw him in this trailer, but I think there's been unofficial released pictures of him, and it really just kind of goes a little bit all over the place. I mean, even having seen it 6 times, it's so hard to describe. Maybe because I couldn't see things too well. I mean, I can make them out, but overall, the trailer just kind of ends with Charles kind of just using Cerebro, and I guess he's sensing Apocalypse's power, and his eyes start to change all black, and he says, "I've never felt power like this before." And then I think the final shot is with him with his haircut. Yeah, this I can't say this was a great trailer. I mean, it definitely piques my interest. It just seems like we're getting a similar plot to what we had in First Class. Because if you remember correctly, the whole point of what Shaw was trying to do was he wanted to use the Cold War situation. Well, maybe not the Cold War, the Cuban Missile Crisis, to spark a world war, which, all the mutants would be immune to the, the aftermath, and then from the ashes, he would rise as the new leader. So I can't help but get the feeling that this is kind of the same thing. And I really need to get a better look at Apocalypse, because from what I saw, he looked kind of purple, and he had really weird armor on, and it kind of reminded me of Thanos, which that's never a good thing. I always expected Apocalypse looked more like a machine. I mean, you don't have to add the whole, blue suit with a giant A on the belt and all these wires, but I kind of would have expected him to look more like a machine, and I don't get that here. So I'm a little bit disappointed about that. But overall, I really think I need to see a second trailer before I'm maybe a little bit more comfortable from what I've seen. Now kind of going on just a little, not really a rant, but just a little bit, my biggest concern about this film in terms of it taking a lot of the suspense out is the fact that the ending of Days of Futures Past clearly takes place after this movie, and we see all these characters that are in this movie. So I'm guessing that Apocalypse must not have been that big of a threat if all these characters survived and, you know, everything's good. So I you know, that's kind of why I'm a little bit, I feel a little bit weird about this. It's nice to see that Raven's kind of a Raven slash Mystique has kind of seemed to join Charles' side, and so we're gonna have two factions. It's nice to see Quicksilver again. You know, he was definitely had the best scene in Days of Future Past, so I like how they're gonna be using him more. And yeah, I'm really sorry that this trailer was just kind of all over the place and not very, very constructed, but I'm just so weirded out about this. I really want to see an official release. Maybe it's just because it's leaked and I can't really see everything too clearly. Maybe that's what it is. But overall, I think it's an okay trailer. It hasn't really kind of piqued my interest towards this movie anymore. It hasn't hurt it either. But what this trailer has done is it's kind of taken my mindset towards this movie into a very, very odd place. Because for Apocalypse, there really was no build-up. For Disney's Marvel, we know they have been building up to Thanos. And I'm hoping that Warner Brothers, with their cinematic universe, is going to do the same for Darkseid. And so it feels very weird that for Fox's Marvel department that we're just shoehorning Apocalypse and there was no previous mention before or maybe even after this. And so maybe that's why I'm just a little bit on the fence about this movie going forward. But I still thought it was okay, and I really would like you guys to share your thoughts on it. Did you happen to see the trailer? How do you guys feel about it? Have you guys seen the official look of Apocalypse? Does he kind of look a little bit weird, or would you prefer he looked more like his original concept and look more like a machine, like I think he should have looked? Share your thoughts with me in the comments down below, and if you like this trailer review, feel free to like, comment down below, and please subscribe to check me in my future videos. And rest assured, I will be uploading more trailer reviews, probably from Batman vs Superman and Deadpool, so stay tuned for those videos. And like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I'll see you next time.